Hey there, freaks and sickos. I'm the Creative Destroyer, and for this project, what I am going to do is help as many people as I possibly can, especially those who have gone through the misfortune of working service jobs. Whether it's blue collar, white collar, doesn't matter, except no, all work matters. And all work is skilled. Don't ever forget that, and don't ever let anyone tell you different. As a former retail employee of 10 years experience, I can tell you that it is really hard on your feet. When you have a hard concrete floor, like this one, if you can see from the very edge, like this one, I am in a garage. It's going to be hard on your feet, it's going to be hard on your back. It can even, in some extreme cases, flatten your feet entirely, which prevents you from running, and, you know, it just sucks. It hurts all the time. It doesn't matter, at least in my case. When you are sitting down, when you are standing up, even when you're in bed, you feel it. And even when you stop working retail, you feel it for at least a year after. So I thought to myself, there's got to be a way to fix this. I know that I haven't been very fit and active, and every day after work I've been really exhausted, especially after my shifts at Walmart, but also with dealing with people. It's like, oh God, I'm just going to go to bed now. I'm just going to go to bed. And that hasn't been very helpful. But now, okay, I don't work retail anymore, but there's got to be something simple that can undo the damage. So I went back into my memory banks and just thought of all the physical stuff, and I was just feeling really nostalgic on the assembly line. You know how in PE they had this was Savannah, Georgia, this was the 90s. They had a lot of these big foam blocks, and they had these things you hung above from, and it was considered safe because, you know, you're a child and it wasn't too high up, but it still felt exhilarating. And this was inside, and you had those things that you zipped into. It was just fun. PE in elementary school was fun, especially in Savannah, Georgia. But one thing they also did was something called Jump Rope for Heart. Jump Rope for Heart was a fundraiser that they did for the American Heart Association, and the more money you gave, the more stuff you got back as a gift. I'm not sure if that was really ethical, but for that event, you went outside, you jumped rope, you went with your classmates and your teachers, and from said memory, I got one myself. This is making some older viewers think of something completely different. I'm not going to go into that, but this is a speed rope. I got it off of Amazon, and the title of this video is a little misleading. It was about $15 after sales tax. The slightly higher sales tax we pay here in Hennepin County now, so that we can fund things like transit and more housing and make the state better for young people who are needed to help the elderly. And I splurged a little more on the blue one because the way our eyes work, if you drop something on the ground and it's flat and it's dark, you can't see it. But blue is like the least likely color you are going to see on the ground. It is an unnatural color on the ground, and very natural when you're looking up for reasons that should be obvious, except in a garage. This is a speed rope, and I just wanted to feel a bit more like a kid again. Jumping rope is typically seen as like some childish and somewhat feminine activity the research on this couldn't be any more different. If I could find somewhere to, oh, there we go. And find the energy as well. It's also a little bit of a challenge. This cardiovascular activity where you jump up and down and keep jumping. And the health benefits of this for your feet, for your back, should be obvious. Because when you jump up, your back gets straight, and when you hit the ground, it moves the muscles and makes them stronger. It's really hard to do this and talk at the same time. And this is the plain vanilla what I'm doing here. We can speed up. As you can see, I'm very out of shape. So I bought this thing. And if I get more in shape, maybe things get better. Maybe that mental fog that I've been feeling during COVID, the constant anger, will melt away just like the body fat. And I'll finally be able to focus better. My heart will be healthier. And by getting the blood flowing, my lower leg stiffness that came from concrete floors just like this one will go away just because I've been using the jump rope. It's not always healthy to start and stop. In fact, that's even harder on the body. But by moving around, doing this, maybe a little trick, here and there, maybe that'll help. I'm not for certain how much it will help, but nothing tested, nothing believed. And that's what I'm doing right now, testing my own body. And maybe I'll do some more and better tricks jumping rope. Maybe I'll think of some to use at advanced comp, and maybe, just maybe, not only will I make it to the second round, but I'll also win a trophy. Oh. We all know that there are health benefits to exercise. It strengthens the muscles, like your feet when you're jumping, even on a hard concrete floor like this. It's good for your cardiovascular system. But what's really been undersold is the benefits on mental health. They've been very well documented. If you know somebody with issues, maybe try getting them to do something like this. Make it a challenge. See how many jumps you can get. Or how fast they can go. Do it with your kid or your sibling. I also feel like the health benefits of exercise have also been undersold in schools. Like when they tell you the benefits, it always seems to be with a condescending tone. And then they go on and on about, well, if you don't exercise, your arteries are going to look like this. They did this with jump rope for heart as well. You'll have an aorta that looks like it has part of a pizza slice missing. But if it was presented as more of a, hey, you know, with exercise, it's been proven that you'll be able to focus better, you'll be in a better mood, and on average, kids get better grades, And it can even help when you're gaming with your hand-eye coordination, stuff like that. I think more youth be inclined to do something like this. It's sort of like if you tell somebody, hey, if you toss your aluminum can in the recycle, it saves as much energy as powering a TV on for 3 hours. You just feel like you're doing something good when you're doing that. So why not try that with your own body? Let's not just jump rope for the American Heart Association. Let's jump rope for our own hearts and our own minds, for our own sanity. Get out there. Make this a little more mainstream. And it would be really nice if there was a counter on this thing. I think there are, but it would be cool to see more of them. Whether they're mechanical or Wi-Fi, I don't care. And I'm not saying this is the panacea that's going to solve all your problems. But it will make you feel better. You might be a little more motivated. And that's just enough. I'm not here to sell you a miracle. I just want to make your life a little better. So with all of that in mind, this has been the Creative Destroyer. And as always, subscribe if you like, and share if you care. Make it part of your daily routine. Do it for at least 10 minutes. Play a little music if you'd like. You know, make it fun.